When I started preparing this TED Talk, I probably asked myself the same questions as most of the speakers do. What should I say? And are the things I'd like to say really ideas worth spreading? And what should I wear? Will people clap enthusiastically, or will they fall asleep in their seats? What happens when my talk is released on YouTube? Will people watch it and like it? Or will the army of trolls flood YouTube and my Twitter account with hateful comments? How many of those comments will refer to what I am saying? And how many of those comments will refer to what I am wearing, to what my face or my body looks like? And how many of those comments will try to insult me by calling me fat or ugly? Well, you might say now, oh, why does she care about the haters? Or you might say, well, she's not that ugly. Why does she want to talk on a stage about body images? Or you might say, well, if she cares so much about what other people think about her and her body, it's because she has a very low self-esteem. She should just start loving herself. Love yourself. Okay, thank you. That sounds like a plan. Love yourself. Easy peasy. You're laughing because it's not easy. Every day, we are surrounded by images, ideas, and products suggesting us that we should try hard to improve ourselves. Be slim, be healthy, be cool, be smart. Be a good lover, be a good mother, be a good employee. Have silky skin, shiny hair, and never complain. But also, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't take things so seriously. Embrace yourself. Be one with yourself. Love yourself. To my ears, this sounds like a constant struggle for people all over the world that withdraws a lot of energy from us. Love yourself despite the voices that tell you not to. The media, the fashion industry, and that guy insulting you on Twitter as a fat, underfucked feminazi once you start raising your voice against body obsession. So I choose a subject for my talk that also has its very own category within the YouTube channel of the TEDx conventions called Our Beautiful Bodies. But I would like to object to this category's title with my own inspiring point of view called something like, haven't figured out the title yet, something like, why not giving a fuck about body images won't help you either, or 3 things that should not be mistaken for body positivity. So let me start with one of my favorite things to do, deconstructing popular statements on what a normal body is, what a normal body should be, and what a normal body cannot be. So, let me start with the first thing to say. All bodies are normal. You've heard that sentence. All bodies are normal. Second one, all bodies are beautiful. And the last one, love your body. So let me start with all bodies are normal. One of my first memories of going shopping for clothing on my own was when I was about 13 years old. I was already very tall and long-legged and with strong thighs. I wanted to buy a pair of jeans in my size at a small shop in my very small, even smaller hometown in Black Forest in Germany. So I entered the store and asked this tiny shop assistant for a pair in my size. She eyeballed me from head to toes and back and said, "Oh dear, I'm so sorry. We only have fashion for people with normal bodies." You're laughing. I was shocked. I was so shocked by her assumption that I was not normal, that my body was not normal, that it was abnormal. Imagine yourself being a teenager in the countryside, being tagged as not normal. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse. So I left the shop crying and never entered it again. About a decade later, when I started my research for my PhD thesis on visual representation of disability in the media, I dived deep down into the history of normality to find out where this notion of a normal body came from. The concept of normality emerges in the 18th century in educational, medical, and industrial contexts. In order to understand nature and society, scientists started collecting tons of data and invented methods to describe what they saw, what they found out. They also invented methods, for example, to describe the human body and to describe the frequency of certain body types. This was of great use for the textile industry. It was the first mass fabrication of uniforms for Prussian soldiers. And by this, the first garment size was born, and it was called Normalhemd, a normal shirt. Of course, those uniforms did not fit every soldier, but by creating a standardized method of measuring the human body, simultaneously the normal body was created as something if the uniform fits, and as something not normal, outside normality, if the uniform did not fit. This means that something is called normal when it applies to a simultaneously created majority and constructed majority of people, of human bodies, that neither existed in old Prussia nor exists today. Regarding the historical concept of normality, we have to ask ourselves, and Claudia just said it, does the normal body really exist? Spoiler alert, it probably does not. But if we call on the fashion industry to show more normal bodies instead of skinny bodies, we're making two huge mistakes. First, we claim that the normal body really exists. Second, we deny skinny people as well as fat people their mere existence within society. And it is an undeniable fact that all bodies exist. They are real and they are not negotiable. Remember that sentence. Because it is up to all of us to create visibility of those bodies. It is up to all of us here at this TEDx convention. It's up to the media, it's up to politics, and it's up to every single person sitting here in the audience to show the variety of existing bodies again and again and again. Beauty is a relative concept. Why is it a relative concept? Well, a curvy woman or a not curvy woman was regarded as something super sexy in the 1920s. But in the 1950s, a super curvy woman like Marilyn Monroe became a worldwide sex symbol. And a woman with a butt like Kim Kardashian would not have had the success she has nowadays in the 1990s. Remember Kate Moss, heroin chic. But something that never got out of fashion is the assumption that a woman has to self-optimize and self-regulate herself in order to reach a certain beauty standard. And let's be honest, where are all those women who really manage this challenge? Do we all the women here in the audience, do we all look like Kim Kardashian nowadays, only because she seems to set the standard with her Instagram-framed body? I'm sorry, but I don't see too many Kim Kardashians here. Or hands up if I forgot one. So let's be honest. It is absolutely impossible that all bodies are beautiful if we stick to one certain beauty standard. If you see this phrase here, all bodies are beautiful. I want to change it. Maybe you agree with me. All bodies are beautiful to someone, somewhere, and somewhen. This makes us free from the pressure to feel super sexy and super beautiful, even if we just got up, feel like crap, look into the mirror after a night of drinking or partying or singing our baby to sleep. It is absolutely okay to find yourself ugly and disgusting or unbearable as long as it is your decision to do so. I'm not going to lie to you. If your decision can be influenced by Photoshop bikini models on the cover of Vogue and Elle, that's absolutely possible. But maybe your decision can also be influenced by people around you who love you and who care for you. To me, you are beautiful. That's one of the most honest things a partner, a lover, a friend, a mother, a brother, a sister, a father can say to you. It means that you're unique, you're special, you're extraordinary. And not only your body, but how you fill this body with life. Not giving a fuck about body images is a privilege. And it is a privilege that is not granted to everyone in our society. What about disabled people who do not get a job due to their physical appearance? What about fat people who do not get the medical attendance they need? What about people of color who are subjected to racism and discrimination on a daily basis? What about all those who are just fed up by being mocked for their looks, their style, and their body? And what about all those who just want to feel normal? Love your body. This must feel like a punch in the face to them, because it's not their responsibility, but quite the opposite. Self-love alone withdraws responsibility from a society that does not understand the advantages of diversity, but tries to normalize its members in order to get its statistics straight. That's confusing to me, right? So when I started preparing this TED Talk, I watched a lot of videos on body positivity on the YouTube channel. That's what also most of the speakers do. We watch a lot of YouTube. And there was this one speaker who said that not feeling beautiful means not being powerful. Okay, I have to confess something to you then. Although I'm standing here on this stage trying to give a powerful talk, I admit I do not consider myself a beautiful woman. And I do not love my body. But we're friends. We've known each other for a long, long time. We get along. Sometimes we fight. Sometimes we go out for dinner. We love going out for dinner. Sometimes we don't talk to each other for days because we feel disconnected. And sometimes I look at my body in the mirror and I'm disappointed of what I see because the body I see does not fit the concept I have of a good-looking body. But that is absolutely okay. Good friendships need no hurry or pressure or exaggerated expectations. I do not have to feel beautiful to show my power to you. My strength, my power, my energy do not derive from my body as a surface on what you see here. And it does not derive from my body as a surface on which that dude, that douchebag from Tinder projects his ideas on of what a perfect woman has to look like. No. Half of my energy, and you might notice that, comes from being terribly angry about a society. Yeah, you notice that. I have energy because I'm angry. I'm angry about a society that rather normalizes the human body and denies this amazing capacity a human body has of interacting with the human mind and interacting with other bodies and other minds. The other half of my energy comes from good and loyal people around me, my family, my friends, my colleagues. And if I should ever try to become somebody else just to feel beautiful, I hope they tell me this one thing. To me, you are beautiful.